Flava, Susan, Nancy, and Smith. And I know you love it, don't you? Ain't that beautiful? I thought you would think it was beautiful. Well, I'm from Bearville, Arkansas, and I've lived here most of my life. I was in California for a few years, but anyway, most of the time we're right here around Bearville. And went to school at New Hope. That's where I got my education. They didn't send me to school when I was supposed to go to Urban Day because it was so far I had to walk. So.
Hey, my name is Ben. How old are you?
Okay, that will be easy. I can do it. I'm 103 now. June the 1st, I will be 104 years old. And that, my boy told me there, they said, Mom, that ain't very long, just 2 or 3 months. Said, you'll be 104. I said, well, that'll be all right. I guess that can be all right. Be all right, you have to take what comes, don't you? It's 104, 103, or what?
What was school like when you grew up?
Well, we went at 8 o'clock and got out at 4. And I went to a one-room schoolhouse, and from 1st to the 8th, you know, 1st grade to the 8th was in that school. So that's what it was every day. Started with the little ones, ended up with the big ones in the evening time, you know, that's what it was. Oh.
My name is Oliver. I would like to know the secret to how people 100 stay alive.
I guess the Lord ain't ready for me yet.
I think that's a good answer.
Or whatever.
Did the beans and taters, do you think that helped any?
It might help. That's what we lived on, so.
And cornbread, right, Randy?
Yeah, cornbread. I got them beans cornbread right in there cooking now.
Hello, my name is Stella. I want to know what you did for your 100th birthday.
I remember we had several of them though. I've had a lot of them. I don't know. Yeah, we had that out at Carroll Electric. Yeah, we did one. Had one over at Carroll up here. I don't know what. Well, I guess we had a birthday party. I don't remember.
I'm Ellie. What makes you happy?
All my kids. That's what she's talking. All my kids make me happy. Sometimes they make me sad.
Hey, I'm Mrs. Winham and I teach first grade. I was wondering what you remember most from first grade.
I wouldn't go up in my class. Would not go up in my class. And one day, my boys at Tattletales, their brothers, they told my dad that I wouldn't go up in my class. Dad said, sis, you better get up in class more. And I know what he meant. Because when he told you what he meant what he said. And I thought, oh, Short and D had to tell on me. My brothers had to tell on me that I would go up to it. So I got to go up my class.
Hi, my name's Sophia. What do you do every day?
Not much of that. I piece quilts and I quilt quilts. Not much, but that's the thing that I've done lots since I live right here. I made all my kids and grandkids a quilt for Christmas, and that was for 20. How many was it? 9 or 5? What? 14. I had 14 quilted. So, and this is the old treadle type. See the treadle down there? You push this up here and work with that down, and it'll run it up here. I bought that when Ralph was a little boy, a little bitty boy. Yeah. So, bought it secondhand. I didn't get $25 for it, and it still works.
Oh, it still works.
I think it's worth $25. Do you?
I think it's worth it.
Yeah. Guess what that is? B-A-B-Y quilts.
She makes those a lot and gives them to the girls.
It's a block, and you put other stuff with it and make a quilt out of it. So that's another quilt. But that's my mess. That's what I like to do is mess. So.
My name is Christian, and I want to ask you what it was like being a kid.
Everybody was P-O-O-R. You know what that word spells? Everybody was poor, and we lived poor. You lived hard. Yeah,
Didn't have a lot of toys.
not much for choice. You didn't have many clothes either to wear. You know, you didn't. You just didn't.
But do you think that people were happier then than they are now?
Sure was. I think so. Much happier. I don't know now. I believe it was. Yeah, I believe so. You could visit then, you know, you'd go stay all day with so and so. Well,
Go.
My name is Neely. I want to know what you did when you were my age.
well, I went to school. I guess is all about all. There was much to do back then, you know. And I didn't get to go to town very often. My mother died when I was 10 years old, and I started making biscuits, like I said, for breakfast and for dinner at school. You didn't have lunch then to buy, you know. So that's what we helped from home for dinner. And that was my main thing. I made the bread for breakfast, and my dad cooked gravy and biscuits and gravy and butter, meat and junk, whatever was there, you know. But we always had gravy and biscuits for breakfast. That was our breakfast every morning.
My name is AJ, and I wonder what your clothes look like.
We didn't have very many. That's how they looked. Everybody was so poor, and we had a dress, maybe two when they started school, and we have dress. But when you got home from school, you pulled that dress off and put that old dress on. You know, say that dress, good dresses for school. That's the way it was. Everybody was the same way.
What did you guys do with the flour bags after they were gone?
Well, we made clothes out of them, and this was plain. The little children say, sometime the girls would turn flip-flops and things, you know, and they had them in the sack drawers, the panties, bloomers, what it was then, and sometimes they had signs on them. Arkansas best, or you know, something like that.
Right.
It was on that flower bag. So sometimes we had dresses, sometimes we had bloomers, they called them.
Hi, my name is Susie Parnell, and I am a Title I teacher here at Cassville Primary, Eunice Thomas Elementary. And my question is, what advice would you give your younger self?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. What would you do, Mary?
Is there anything you'd have done differently, maybe?
I don't know that one. I don't believe I know that one.
Hi, this is Mrs. Knight. What is your earliest memory?
We lived out north of Bearville here, and this is, I was this little girl, I hadn't started school yet. But anyway, there was some custards, they called them back then. They come by in the wagon, and they had cream and eggs, and they stopped at the store right beside of our house here and got eggs that you brought some in, and she brought some cream in, and they took it to town and brought you back your money or whatever you wanted, you know. So that was, their names was Rays. So they'd stop and get eggs and cream and bring back to you whatever you wanted. If you wanted sugar, they'd bring you back your sugar, whatever. So that was my first memory. I can remember that. Mama wouldn't let me go over there when them people stopped, them custards, they called them. When they stopped to get this cream and egg, Mama wouldn't let me go there with her and maybe send extra what she wanted. I don't remember that now, but I was a little bit girl. Got to go over there. And they was in the wagon.
My name's Savannah, and how does it feel being over 100?
I've had to ask me lots of times. I've never been here before. I don't know. What would you say to that now? You know, I've never been here before, so I don't know. I'm just an old woman, I can tell you that. Can't get around with that old walker. So it is.
I am Mrs. Cox, and I was just wondering, is there anything that you wanted to do that you never got around to do?
I don't reckon. I don't know what it'd be. What would it be? What do you think it would be that I would want to do and never did get to?
Is there somewhere you would like to have gone that you never got around to? I think I know something.
Granny, get over here and talk to her a little bit more.
England. Remember? England.
Oh, yeah. Well, kind of niece over in England. I thought I'd like to go over there.
Just to visit.
But other than that, you feel like you're happy with everything you've done? Feel like you're not missing out?
I'm too old to miss out anything anymore. I'm too old to go and get around and do nothing. You've done pretty good.
I think so too.
Hi, my name is Mindy Gates and I'm the principal at Cassville Primary School. And if I was going to ask a 100-year-old a question, I think my question would be, how or where did you go on your farthest or longest family trip, and what was your mode of transportation?
Well, I guess when I went to California, would that be the longest trip I've ever made? And in an old car, and I'll tell it all. It's all like, this is a good one. I think it's a good one. Anyway, we went with another man from Urbanet. Of course, I don't know if you heard of it. But anyway, a little town over here, and they was going to California, and they had a car, two-seated car. Well, I had a baby, and another lady had a baby, and then there was a young girl sat with us in the back seat with our two babies and us. And in front seat, this man and his wife and their two children sat in the front seat with another girl. So they had.
So Sam was a baby. What year?
Sammy was a baby, about 37 or 8 or something like that. And we was going to California, and so, well, we had the water jugs on the radiator or car door. We all drank out of the same little water jug, you know, and we got us a room that night, and of course me and that other lady, we got us a room together, and of course nobody would want our babies, I don't guess, but you know, we was a little afraid and hadn't been around much, so we got our babies in the middle of the bed, and Mommy got on the outside, both Mommy got on the outside. We was taking care of babies. That was a long trip that we took, and $7, cost me $7. And that man said, now, let's all take a little basket of food. Get you a little box of food, you take it with you. And so we did, and she did, and he did, and they did, you know.
My name is Riley, and what is your job?
I did everything there was to do on a farm. It ain't no different. Andy was away working on work, and I had to see about the cows at home, and then I had cattle across on the river farm. So, went to see, I had no calves every night. So one night I had 5, so I was kind of proud.
My name is Bowden. What's your favorite color?
Red. Because it's bright, I guess. You can see it everywhere. You put a red dress on, you can go to town and they'll see you, won't they? Yeah.
Go.
My name is Alex. What is your best piece of advice?
Goodness. I wouldn't know. Just be kind to people, I guess, and try to get along with people, not have too many big fights. I don't know what would be good advice. So.
Is there anything else you would like to share with the people watching this video?
I wouldn't know what to say. Let's not fight, you know, not cuss and fight all the time. That ain't good for nobody, I don't think. So that's the only thing I'd know to say. So just try to get along with people and be nice. That's all I know to say. What would you say? Now you're a young man. What would you say?
Well, I think that you said it perfectly. We just got to get along with each other.
Well, you know, I've got pretty good neighbors around here. If we've had a crossword, I don't know anything about it. If you need to know anything else about me, I don't know what it could be.